Central tendency. A histogram is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. It shows the number of data items that occur within equal intervals. Notice that the histogram on the right has equal intervals. Each one has 5 numbers within it, like 1 to 5, 6 to 10, etc. The heights of the bars change according to how many pieces of data are in the given interval. For example, the bar that is furthest to the left tells us that there are about 20 pieces of data in the 1 to 5 category. Also notice that histograms have no spaces between the bars. The value of a histogram can be seen when we use a real-world example. Johnny Coleman realized how skinny he was. He decided to start working out and keep track of his weight gain throughout the year. We are then given a jumbled set of data that we can rewrite from least to greatest to make it easier on ourselves. Now, we can begin creating our histogram. First, we must group the numbers and determine the frequency of each weight gain with a certain grouping. This is done easily in a table. Notice that we chose to use intervals of 3 for this data set. 0 to 2, 3 to 5, and 6 to 8 all contain 3 numbers. After deciding your intervals, you fill in how often that type of data piece shows up in the frequency column. We now know how we will label our horizontal axis, but we need to find an appropriate scale and interval for the vertical axis. Counting by ones on the vertical axis should get us up to 6 without taking up too much space. Now we are ready to fill in our bars. The first interval should be 6 high, the second should be 4 high, and the third should be 2 high. Here is another example. Which interval has the highest frequency in the histogram? That would just be the tallest bar, which is in the 0 to 2 interval. Which interval has the lowest frequency? That would just be the shortest bar, which is in the 9 to 11 interval. Let's get into some central tendency measurements. The mean is the same thing as the average that you're used to finding. You simply add up all the numbers and then divide by the amount of numbers. For example, find the mean of 5, 12, and 7. Let's first find 5 plus 12 plus 7, which is 24. Then divide by the amount of numbers, which is 3. 24 divided by 3 gives you 8, so our mean, or average, is 8. The median is just the middle value of the list of numbers. To find the median, your numbers have to be listed in numerical order. For example, find the median of 3, 13, 7, 5, and 21. After putting them in order, we get 3, 5, 7, 13, and 21. Then cross off 2 numbers at a time, 1 on each end, until you get to the center number, which in this case is 7. Therefore, our median is 7. What if a set has an even amount of numbers? We can actually do the same thing, but we will end up with 2 numbers in the middle. You simply take the average of those 2 numbers to find the median. Let's do an example. This set is already ordered, so let's cross off the outside numbers until we get to the middle numbers, which are 24 and 26. 24 plus 26 is 50, and then 50 divided by 2 is 25. Therefore, the median is 25. Mode is simply the value that occurs most often. If no number is repeated, then there is no mode for the list. For example, find the mode of 1, 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 5, and 3. The 3's have the highest frequency. In other words, they repeat more often than the other numbers, so the mode is 3.